Look at that. Look at that. Completely missed the soap. Hello and welcome to Amy's Earth. Nice to see you again. If you're a return visitor, happy to see you. If you've dropped in to say hello, watch to the end. I dare you. Alright, I'm going to get started. Putting on lye. I'll do it over here so you can actually see what I'm doing. Into our oils. Enough oils this time for 2 loaves, but any soap makers out there will know it's no use making 1 loaf. So I'm making 2 loaves, but as usual you're only going to see 1. Alrighty, we're going to start putting a good amount of white in this bowl. I'm not measuring it today because it's quite a simple design, she says, optimistically. So I'm going to give it a quick blitz with a stick blender. Very, very quick. Very quick, just to bring the white in. Because I really don't want it to be super solid. Actually, I'm saying that this layer can actually be quite solid because this is the bottom layer. So, I'm talking nonsense. Alright, soap mould at the ready. And let's get this in here, shall we? Can you see what I'm doing? Probably not. Let's bring you on a wee bit closer. There we go. Is that a bit betterer, as my mother used to say? Okay, so my white is thickening up rather sharpish, which is alright, because I do actually need it a little bit thicker anyway, so it's alright. There's, as always, a lot going on here. Okay, I'm now going to stick some red. No, I'm not. I'm going to stick some oils in this bucket, which I actually ought to have measured. However, I do need the red for the other loaf. Do you know what it is? I think I'm feeling a bit ill. Hubster's got a bit of a head cold, and because he loves to share, he's shared with me, and my throat is starting to get a little bit tickly, and yeah, I am not going to let that hold me back and ruin this wonderful experience for you lovely, lovely people. However, if I suddenly keel over, someone call 911. Thank you ever so much. You're wonderful. Okay, so this little red boyo here, in the midst of what else I am doing, is actually for the Love Heart soap mould, and the reason I'm worrying that it's getting a little bit thick is because the Love Heart soap mould is quite thin. I will show you it now and you will see what I mean. So I purchased this mould from a place called Soap Kitchen. I purchased quite a few of my moulds from there. They're very good. So here is my soap mould. You will see the result of it in a minute because it's going in this next soap. Okay. Let's get that out of the way. Let's gently pour this in. I'm actually going to bring you back a wee bit so you can see what I'm doing. Alright. And I'm going to make sure that you can see what I'm doing whilst watching what I'm doing. No pressure. You see, that is quite thick. It is quite thick. It is quite thick. Okay, so before I add our Love Heart embed, which is here, I want to texture this a little bit. So, not massively, but definitely a little bit, because I don't want it just to be flat. Now let's turn this up to see you, or for you to see it, what I say. Okay. Fabulous. Fabulous, my darlings. In we go. With our Love Heart, I'm going to press it in. There we go. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. Clearly I've got the camera wrong. Shocker. Okay, so now what I want to do, I'm going to stir the red. The red, which has been sitting there patiently waiting for my attention. It has now gone into a huff, crossed its arms around its chest, stuck its bottom lip out and saying, yeah, well, you want to make me wait? I'm going to thicken up and make your life hell. Do you think I assign too much character to my soap? Alright, moving on. I want a very thin line. Whether I'm going to get it with the thickness of the soap, heaven only knows. But I want, if I can, a very thin line. I don't think I'm going to get this. Is going to be a nightmare. So I'm going to try and drop it in. Not really the one I wanted at all. Yep, it's not. I can't find anything. I can't find anything that I have to hand anyway. Okay, so just want a very, the whole plan was a very thin line, a little bit like, because this is, you know, it's a friendship soap. That's the whole, you know, idea of friendship. And I was going to talk to you about, you know, isn't it great to have good friends, etc., etc. But clearly, my soap had other ideas. So yes, perhaps you have escaped a dreadful fate of having to listen to me. Alright, I'm going to clean this up and be back in a minute. Okay, back again. We're going to add the next layer of white on. Although it now kind of looks more like a cream. So we'll have a super, super white bottom. Don't. And maybe a creamy top. Okay. Now, you may find the fragrance oil of my choice a little bizarre. So, I went with watermelon. I have to tell you, the smell from this soap is absolutely stunning. It really is. It's from a company called Nikura. And it is extremely true to scent. Obviously a little bit sweeter than an ordinary watermelon would be because it's a fragrance oil, but you would know it was watermelon. Okay, I'm going to change tactics because this is not working at all. So the title of this soap probably was going to be something like, let's make a friend soap together. The title probably is, what the hell to do when your soap gets so thick that you can't pour it out of the jug. Scoop it out instead. So if I fulfilled the title, all well and good. we're getting there. And hopefully, for your sanity, I've speeded off of this up, so you haven't listened to me waffle for the last 20 minutes. So, in all fairness, this was not how it was supposed to look at all. At all. You will find if you are a soap maker, or if you are going to dabble in it, dabble away, you should always give it a go. Give it a go. For goodness sakes, give it a go. You only live once. If you don't like it, then you don't have to do it again. But for goodness sakes, don't not do it. If you only want to get the melt and pour and just melt it in your microwave and make a soap, make soap. So you can get to your end of your life and tell your great grandkids that you made a soap. Do it. I implore you. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. I am using all the ingredients. I'll start again. I am using all the ingredients that I'm supposed to in this soap. However, it's just not the design I had in mind. Okay, nearly there. And then I'm going to do a little kind of texture on the top. But believe it or not, as thick as it is, it still isn't thick enough to texture. And I'll show you how. See the way it's not staying? If it was thick enough to texture, it would sit up. It's not sitting up, it's falling down. And the last bit of the red, which is far more than I bargained for. I might not use all of it. I might actually stick a little bit in a mould because I don't want the entire top. I don't want the entire top of my soap, not sop of my taupe, top of my soap to be red. I just wanted it to be textured. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Completely missed the soap. Well, I'm not being funny. If you come here for the soap value and not the entertainment value, you're in the wrong place. I have no words. Alright, I'm going to let that sit up. And wrong way. I'm going to let that set up. And then I am going to texture it. Alright, we've set up enough now to do a bit of texturing, and I was doing a little bit of playing there to see what I liked the look of, and I've gone with this skewer. I might do this and then I might texture it again with the spoon, but we'll see, because I kind of just like this. It's very whippy kind of looking. Is us, with all the fretting and stressing and getting completely blown away by the smell of this watermelon, because it is absolutely divine. It makes me want to go and eat one. We are going to leave it for 18 to 24 hours and we'll see what she looks like on the inside.
Hello and welcome back to Amy's Earth. Yes, as I forewarned in the beginning of this video, I was feeling a little bit poorly, and it has long since been 18 to 24 hours since this soap has been set up. In fact, it's been nearly about 5 days. The length of time I have been extremely poorly sick. So I apologise if you can't hear my voice. Really, I'm pretty much well again, only for the fact that my voice has not returned. Let's get cutting it and see what she looks like on the inside. It'll be a little bit more difficult than my ordinary cuttings, I would imagine, because it's been so long sitting. So yes, this is a lot harder than my soaps would ordinarily be. After 3 It's 5 days. Well, it's been 5 days. My goodness gracious me. It's an awful lot harder. And there we are. My poor wee soap cutter is in an utter distress. So I am going to move this out of the way, because generally what happens is when I try and bring my soaps up to the camera, the focus goes all skew-iff. So let's go this way. Okay, so here we are. Now you're in a wee bit more. What do you think? Even with the fact that the soap thickened up, it actually still turned out quite interesting, to say the least. So we have this gorgeous deep red to go with the deep red heart, and then this lovely swale on the top, which I'm absolutely super thrilled about. It looks fantastic. I'm actually really pleased. Wee bit of a hole there, I think. There's a few, I don't know whether that's from... Yeah. That's a beautiful one. Reminds me of, what does it remind me of? Alice in Wonderland. How bizarre. Because that was not my intention at all. After doing the Johnny Depp soaps, I wanted to try a little different. But it appears that it's a little intrusive into these soaps. What do you think? Do let me know in the comments below. Your thoughts always keep me going and inspire me for future soaps. So we've got the white, which is a lot whiter at the bottom, and then the creamier at the top, which is quite cool. And there we go. 2 more. And then that's us. Can you see? I'm not sure you can see the cream with that really bright light that I have shining. Obviously the edges will need to be shaped. So there you go. Well, that is me. Thank you for joining me on this rather crazy journey of thickening soaps, as always. If you enjoyed this video, please like, and if you haven't already, I'd love it if you subscribed to follow me with our journey on YouTube to see what other mad creations we're going to come up with. At the end of this video, there's a link to show you how I made the Mad Hatter's soap. I'll bet you'll love that one. For now though, I'm going to say goodbye. Go and eat an ice lolly, drink a whole load of water, try and wet my very dry throat, and hopefully by the next time I'm with you, everything will be back to normal. Health-wise anyway, I'll never be normal. You know, I don't do normal. Okay, with that being said, I'm gone. I will see you soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.